Oh man, the hand in the trunk. What could that possibly be? Just a hand in the trunk. It's not like it's a person in there that was kidnapped and somebody's going to try to dispose of their ass. But look, man, have you ever seen anything crazy? Somebody getting abducted? Anything like that? Imagine seeing a hand in the trunk. What would you do? Would you call the cops? Would you chase it down? We're going to figure out in this video what the hell actually happened. Let's get to it, man. Hopefully you're having a good day. I know I'm having a good day. Just know we're going through this thing called life together. Make sure y'all subscribe. My OG, man. My OGs has been holding me down. I appreciate y'all. My new subscribers. Y'all turning into OGs. I appreciate y'all too. But let's get it.
So we were heading west on the interstate when about 5 lanes over through the morning mist, I said, Jerry, I really think I saw it.
Oh shit, it's really a hand in the trunk.
Channel on the radio. People were saying there was this car driving around and there was a hand waving from the trunk. It was driving up and down the interstate, and every time they get a report, the police would come back and say, well, we can't find them. And so we kept hearing that. What we need to do is we need to go out and find that car.
When Garland would get a location, we would head to that location or that area, you know. Took us probably 3 hours or so, you know. The longer we went, the doubt kept growing that we weren't going to find it.
When I reported into Garland that we had caught up to the car, he asked, should he call the police? And I said yes, because it was obviously not a joke.
I sort of stayed back far enough that they didn't know we were following them. Mark was the passenger, and I said, Mark, steer the car while I stick my head out and take a picture of it. I clicked off about 10 exposures. It was wiggling. The hand was actually, wiggling there.
I was excited. I think Jerry was trying to calm me down.
I didn't think maybe they could be dangerous. I thought they were dangerous. Otherwise, why would they have this person in the car? That something was not right.
We were totally focused on the chase, on sticking with them, on not losing them. And Garland the whole time is telling us, stick with them. By this time, I think they figured out they're being followed.
They know we're following them. I told Mark then, I said, Mark, I'm fine with chasing them all over Birmingham until we find out what's going on. I said, but if they turn around and point a gun at us, I'm going the other way.
We would follow them out of through this residential area. If they threw it in reverse, we'd throw it in reverse. And as we're headed out of this residential area, from the distance, we see this convoy of Birmingham police cars, blue and red lights turning furiously. They kind of pen the car in. We come up from behind. They pop the trunk, and
look at this shit.
This guy would later reveal he'd been in there about 14 hours, heard them discussing where to finish him off or dump his body. He'd been stabbed, robbed, and beaten the night before, but he was basically okay.
That's the first thing he asked when he got out is, I need a cigarette.
I bet, shit, even if you don't smoke, bro, these motherfuckers done kidnapped me, put me in this damn trunk, man. My goddamn fingers hurt from sitting at the backside of this motherfucker, like, bro, give me something. What a crap.
We headed back to the news building. We get off the elevator on the 4th floor, and the newsroom erupts in applause.
I went home and went to bed, just to rest, get some rest. And they called me up and said, Jerry, you need to come back down here to get your picture taken. I said, why? They said, because we're going to run it up with this story,
These pictures went all over the world. I heard about people seeing them in Tokyo, in Rome, Italy. My folks were in Germany. They pick up the International Herald Tribune, and there's this picture of a hand sticking out of the trunk of a car with their kid's name in the caption.
It was so unusual. I mean, you just don't have hands sticking out of the trunk every day. It was just really strange.
recalling my career, that's probably the most famous, as far as I'm responsible for. My 15 minutes of fame, so to speak, yeah.
We couldn't get away from it. I mean, we had a responsibility, a moral responsibility, a journalistic responsibility to stay with that car. It just had to work out that way.
Hey, you gotta think though, man. Look, that shit right there crazy. Look, somebody wanted me to view this video right here. That shit right there is insane because y'all might think like, oh, it wasn't super crazy, but you gotta think, bro. This shit happens. It happens. And it's so under the radar, bro. Like, a lot of people, you gotta think where these bodies are popping up at when these serial killers be killing people. They put them in their cars and they transport them. You might have, just think about this, you might have been on the highway, freeway, on a regular road and been behind somebody that's had bodies in their car. There's so many serial killers that are active to this day right now that are not caught. They are still on the loose, people. So that's why, you know, like these videos right here are very beneficial for people to watch, especially for young girls, man. Like, and I mean, shit, women in general, because y'all are the center of an attack on a lot of these things, a lot of these cases. In the streets, you know, dudes, okay, bet, you know, gang violence and everything else like that, that's a different topic. And don't think that they don't do the same things as well. You know, they got to transport bodies. They beat people up and torture them and transport them. So just always keep your eyes open, man. Always keep your eyes open. What I do is, rule of thumb, I stay out the way. I stay out the way, man. I don't get myself mixed up in no drama, no BS. And that's all you can do. But that, and I'm not even saying that's the safest thing to do, because you still can end up just bad timing, wrong situation. You can be out shopping in the grocery store. That's why I always tell y'all to pay attention to where you at in your surroundings and what's happening around you. Always pay attention to the things that's happening around you. If you don't do that, bro, I mean, you can get capped at any time. You feel me? Like, you can get capped at any time. You can get put in the dirt at any time. And a lot of people think that it's not possible. You have every time you leave the house, I think that what they say, you have like a 5 to 10% chance of not coming back home. If you ask me, that's a big ass percent. That 5 is huge. That 5 is super huge, man. Like, I'm leaving the house to mind my motherfucking business, and then like something happened to me because somebody else just want to be stupid. Crazy, mind blown, mind blown. These things happen all the time, man. Just let me know in the comments down below some stories that, have y'all ever witnessed anything like this? Have you ever seen anybody get murdered or something like that in front of you? And how did that affect your life? And how does it, you have to use that to better yourself. Use that energy right there to better yourself, to understand. Don't let it wear you down. You have to understand and grow. And that's how we grow as people. And that's how I do, bro. Something traumatic happened to you, try to really understand what happened, why it happened, and grow. Move on. If you don't do those things, these things will haunt you for the rest of your life. Any trauma in your life will haunt you for the rest of your life if you don't try to understand and grow. That's the biggest tip I can give y'all. But look, man, like I always say, spread love because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I'll see y'all in the next video, and I'm out though. Live.